Yeah, okay, so I am live. 8 seconds. I don't do this a lot, so apologize, guys. I just wanted to jump on here. This is something that's really been on my mind. For the past couple days. At this point, we all know and are aware. We've seen the coverage of what took place this week in Atlanta. So I just wanted to jump on here real quick and kind of share how I've seen this. Share some of my thoughts. Maybe share some of my own personal experience. I don't like to use the word expertise on anything because I think that's giving myself too much credit for anything that I do. But I just wanted to maybe provide a little bit of a different perspective than the way that this has been covered. As we all know, there were multiple shootings that took place this past week in Atlanta and the surrounding areas, and I think it was seven or eight people's lives were taken. And thoughts and prayers go out to every single one of the victims, to those that have been affected and impacted, to those families, and everybody that's having to deal with this. We are thinking of you, and this is not to discredit anybody's lives. I think one of the things that has really disappointed me the most is how this has been perceived and covered through pretty much all of the media outlets. Stating that this has been hate crimes against race, a particular race, in my opinion, is misleading. I think all crimes are crimes of hate. I don't I don't know anybody that murders out of the act of love. Unfortunately, yes, I believe six or seven of the eight victims were of female gender and of the Asian American race. Here's a couple things I think we need to maybe look at when we're shaping our own thoughts and perspectives on these. Obviously the killings took place, the shootings took place inside of massage parlors. Who is employed in these places? Women of Asian American descent. And here's where I want to take this. This young man, he came out very early on, and said that this was not a crime against race. He told us what was the motive behind it. He was somebody that identified and said he struggled with a sex addiction, and his goal was to get rid of temptation. And I'm not here saying that what he did was proper, because it definitely wasn't. You taking anybody's life, it's wrong, and it's not. It's not to be accepted. But if we don't, if we just gloss over what he's telling us here, just because this young man, is now a murderer, mass murderer, that doesn't mean that we don't need to believe some of the things that he's telling us. And here's where I want to take this. So here's a young man that said that he has a sex addiction. 21, 22 years old. And I've done enough work now in the area of addiction, in the area specifically of sex addiction, with a subcategory of pornography addiction, to know that all of this starts at a very, very young age. So a 21-year-old man, that his addiction is so out of control that he feels it's in his need to get rid of this temptation. Let's take it back to just maybe where all this started, and this is where I want to try to take this conversation a little bit and maybe just try to provide some perspective. I talk very openly about my struggles with pornography for decades. And now all of my life's work is built around helping other men free themselves. So if we could begin to understand that this was a young man that's it's not even chances. I can't say anything with 100% certainty, but with confidence I can say that this young man was introduced to pornography. About 99% certainty I can say this with in confidence. at a very, very young age. And here's where I want to maybe, provide some, some insight to people. So, there's going to be a couple different people that see this video. There's going to be men. There's going to be parents. And what can we do? So understanding, and let's if anybody is doubting pornography as an addiction and where it can lead you to, just in your Google search, just put Ted Bundy pornography. Ted Bundy is one of the most infamous serial killers of all time. He was an educated man, well articulated, good looking man, and he told you, that he had a porn addiction. And I think 99% of all serial killers have a porn addiction. Now, I'm not saying that if you look at pornography that you're going to end up murdering anybody, but we cannot deny the fact that this is a drug and it's hijacking young men's brains and females as well. But my work is centered around helping men. So we can't deny this fact. So with that in mind, I think it's important for us to really begin to maybe pay attention to what we're doing, to what we're consuming. I've been fortunate to meet some incredibly amazing people that work in the human trafficking space. Sarah LaChance over at Stop the Movement, and Natasha Nascimento are just two local people here with Natasha's Redefining Refuge that are really at the forefront of this. But you can once again do your own research on this. Why what leads a man to purchase sex from a victim, and every single one of them is going to tell you it started with my addiction to pornography. So I think if anything, and I don't want to just continue here to make this video too long, I want to maybe provide some steps, or what can we do. So let's really look at what's going on here. I don't want to make this an anti-media. I don't want to make this a political video. You guys can shape your own opinions on some of that stuff. I don't believe that it is being covered in the proper way. The young man told us, what were his motives. So where do we go from here? Obviously as men, I think it's important for us to look at what are we consuming, what are we participating in, what are we allowing into our own lives. I've talked pretty openly about the dangers of pornography and how it is a drug and how it's shaping and reshaping and hijacking your brain. And you guys can go to my YouTube channel. You guys can reach out if you have questions about this. I'm always open to answer those questions. But first, as men and women and people, we need to look at what we're consuming and what we're allowing into our own brains. Secondly, parents, realizing that the average age of initiation, and I don't think that's the right word, the average age of first time consuming or seeing pornography is 11. And it's getting younger and younger as the days progress. Kids nowadays have tablets at 3 years old, iPhones at 7, and it's going to find them. They don't have to actually go and look for it. I try to tell parents that be prepared, because there's going to come a day very early in your child's life that their eyes are going to see something that their brain is not yet developed to handle. So we have to start with our own selves. We have to look at what we're consuming, but then we need to know what our children are consuming, and we need to be ready to have those conversations. Some resources for parents out there. There's a great book called Good Pictures, Bad Pictures, or Bad Pictures, Good. I think it's Good Pictures, Bad Pictures. Just so you can kind of understand and be prepared to have that conversation. But it needs to come from an authentic place. Once again, bringing it back to our own behaviors, our own consumption. What are we allowing into our lives? You can't go tell your kids that porn is something that is dangerous for them, and then 2 hours later, you're pulling up Pornhub on your iPhone. So I think it starts with personal responsibility. Every single one of us is responsible for our own actions, our own behaviors. There's tons of resources out there to help you, but that's it, man. I hope I hope this video was helpful in any way. And like I said, it's not discrediting anybody's life. Every single one of us is special, is uniquely made, and we all deserve the right to fulfill, our purpose. And any time that is taken away from us, it is a tragedy. So I'm not here to discredit what was done. I just think this conversation, this part of it, needs to be addressed more. And maybe this conversation is one that can get the ball rolling with there. So I appreciate you all for sticking around. If you stuck around for all 11 minutes, thank you so much. I'm here to help. My heart is open, my door is open, my phone is open. If you have questions about this and you want to go deeper on it, please don't hesitate to reach out. But let's start cleaning up, let's start cleaning up this world, and I think it starts with cleaning up our own lives. So God bless you all. Enjoy your Saturday. If you're in the Bay Area, what an amazing day we have outside. So get outside, kiss your loved ones today. Reach out to somebody that needs to hear something. And if you think that this video can help, my ask would be to maybe share it with somebody that can maybe open their eyes up a little bit. God bless you all. Love you.